everything's the name. Came through changing the game, doing my thing in my own lane. Every time you see me, I'm hitting them switches, sliding through with something super vicious. Who is this? Mr. Everything's the name. Came through changing the game, doing my thing in my own lane. Every time you see me, I'm hitting them switches, sliding through with something super vicious. Who is this? What's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Everything, bringing y'all low riders and horsepower, you dig? Rain, sleet, hail, snow, shine, nothing, and no one stops the grind, not even haters on the sidelines. And today, if you're seeing this video, that means Project Lowrider, Operation Get It on the road again. It's happened, you know what I'm saying? You know, birthday time and all this work that I've been doing on all the projects, but especially the Lowrider. All the work I've been doing has been so that I could get that thing out on this day. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show y'all everything that I got, all the parts. Gonna put the parts on, and then it's time to hit the road. You know what I mean? Will it last? Will it be able to hold up and make it in traffic and make it back home safe? Got to keep on watching. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate everybody who watches this channel. You could be anywhere watching anything, but you right here watching Mr. Everything. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. All right, y'all. We out here with the Lowrider. You done already seen it up in the air before. If you look close, got the jack stand on there to give the jack a break, because I use this jack. But you know, if you gonna plan on having it overnight, because I ain't gonna do everything all in one time, go ahead and put it on the jack stand. So now I'm about to do the next little thing, which is I already got, let me get a little closer for y'all. I already took the wheel adapter off, so only thing now, and the lug nuts, only thing now to do is take off the caliper and the rotor, wheel bearing, all that. So we about to do all that and get into the next phase. Okay, so the last time y'all seen me do this brake job, one thing I did not show y'all is, because it wasn't on when I did the driver's side, this was not on there, this clip. I didn't know about this. Even when I went to the parts store the first time, I asked, like, what does this go to? And the dude was like, oh no. Then I just bought this one recently for the passenger side. And when they had the same clip in there, I asked the lady, I was like, what's that for? That same clip. She was like, I don't know. So I didn't see it until I took off the passenger side. This clip is still on here. And so this clip right here that goes to the back of this pad, and this is the pad that goes on the inside, closest to the piston, is attached, is supposed to be clipped into the piston. So before you go to put these brake caliper bolts, pins, whatever you want to call them, before you put these back in, you need to get to the back of this and put this clip in there. So since we got the brand new pad that has the little indent, it's a little different than this. They don't got all them little extra rivets and stuff and holes, but still got the same hole right there. So you take that pin, that little clip, and it's a brand new one right there, and you go ahead and put that clip on there and put it, it's supposed to fit inside the piston, so when the piston comes out, that's the way that basically that pad stays in place. Alright, so after careful consideration, I am not going to be going with that clip. And the reason why I'm not going with that clip is because they do not make this stuff the same way that it once was. When it was in its, that truck was in its glory day and they was making these pads fresh off the assembly line way back then, I'm pretty sure those clips fit real good way back then. But today's day and age, that clip is very flimsy and cheap. And even where it goes in right here, where that hole is, and it connects to the wall, the machinery is not as quality. So what I'm gonna do is, we're just not gonna use that clip. We're just gonna go ahead and put it back on the original way it's supposed to be. So when that piston presses out towards that brake and hits the rotor, it is what it is. You dig? Because I'm not finna waste no more time trying to put that clip on. You put it on one end, on the end here, and then the part in the middle comes out. Then you put it in good in the middle, and it come out right here. Not finna fool around with that. Just letting y'all know, if y'all catch that clip in y'all pack. You could try to work with it. Maybe the people who built it in your area might be better than the one that I got. But I'm not finna worry about it because this job needs to be finished today. Alright, so we're gonna do this one again. I already did the left side and showed y'all the full video. I say that multiple times because I did do the left side, so y'all can see that on another video. Just keep on, just scroll on down, watch all the videos. But we'll show y'all how to do this, put this bearing in. This is not the type of bearing that has to be pressed in by a machine shop or nothing like that. So you got the race that it comes in. So you got this dome half, and you see how it goes from flat at the bottom and it goes up in like almost like a triangle, not a full triangle, but you know what I mean. It's like a little hill. So that hill side, the narrow side, goes in this way. That's how it goes in. And then you got your wheel seal goes over the top of that. And the reason that I got this hammer, so you can use a rubber mallet. You got the glove. You can use a rubber mallet if you want to, and a piece of wood, because typically after we pack the wheel bearing with grease, put the wheel seal on, we'll use this piece of wood, and the wood will use the hammer to tap the top of the wood there like that, and that's what's gonna end up putting the wheel seal in, and we make sure it's all even. So if you don't like getting greasy and your skin is sensitive, you use a glove as you're using the grease to pack the bearing in. So I ain't gonna show y'all with me greasing it all up. Just put as much grease on, put your finger in there, put as much grease on as you roll it around, and then put it on down in there. Alright, first stage, got the bearing in there. There is no such thing as too much grease, because that is how the bearing stays good, based upon how much grease is up in that thing, you know. So there it is, about to put the wheel cylinder on top of that. Just showing y'all with the grease in there. About to put that wheel seal in. Make sure that this clear part goes down. That's how it's supposed to go in there, just like that. It's not going to fit like this no way, but I'm just showing y'all it can only go in one way, and that's the good thing about this project. Alright, now I did exactly what I said I was going to do and get closer. Put that wood right there in the center, tap it. Tap the top of it real nice. Turn it just like that and keep tapping, tapping, tapping. You do not want any of this to be sticking up at all. When you're done, it should all be nice and smooth all the way around. Nice and flat surface. Made it to the surface of the rotor just right. So that's exactly what it should look like. Now, putting it back on, I'll grease up the outer bearing real good, which is, let's see which one. Got the outer bearing, so time to grease this one up the same way. Real quick, just showing y'all, same thing with this side. After you grease it up, the dome top, the way that it looks like that dome, that part goes inside like that. It only fits in that one way to spin around on the shaft, that one way. And then you got your plate that goes before the castle nut, then the castle nut. So just make sure you put that in right, because even though it doesn't necessarily fit in there, I don't want nobody even try to attempt to do that or try to, you know, bop it in thinking that it's not going. So that dome top just like that, bam. Alright, y'all, just showing y'all the progress. So got the rotor back on, everything's all in. When it comes to putting on the castle nut, the hole is here. That's where you put the cotter key down in there. Keep your eye on it as you spin in the castle nut, because they don't all have the same amount of tightness. This here, there's no looseness here. There's no play. You don't want any play. You don't want to over snug this, because first off, if you tighten it down too much, you're not even going to be in line with the hole for the cotter key to go in. Second of all, if it's too loose, it's going to have play in it. So when you get up to speed and traveling, you're going to get that shimmying back and forth, which you don't want. So you want to make sure that you tighten this down. And you could literally hand tighten it, you know, spin it so much, because some of y'all got some of that death grip out there, you know what I'm saying? But you could just tighten it until you feel that snugness and there's no play there, because you just don't want that play. I've seen other videos where they would just replacing the bearing because of the fact that they had did everything, but there was still a shimmy. So I learned from them. So there's no shimmy in here. Everything is nice and tight. So put the cotter key down in there, and then it's sticking out the bottom here. All you're gonna do is take some pliers and twist one side to the right, twist one to the left. And so literally it's not gonna come undone because that key is in place. So I chose one of the bigger, stronger cotter keys to go back in there, and then all I have to do now is put the caliper and the pads back on and your brake line. All right, so everything is back on here as it's supposed to be. I should have just got a couple of sets of lug nuts. I don't know why I'd be, slumming on the lug nuts, but anyway, got put all three on there since we doing all brand new. I'm gonna go ahead and get just new sets of lug nuts for this thing for both sides up front since everything's brand new. Got your calipers on, everything tight. Put your dust cap on before you go to put your adapter on. You need that dust cap because when dust gets down in there, then you're gonna have to worry about having dust in your grease. You don't want that. So everything is back right. Ball joints was loose, and I know I put them on tight when I first got it, but I think I don't know, maybe I didn't put them on as tight as I originally did when I got them brand new, but they tight now. I probably buy another set anyway just because they're cheap. So everything ready to put back on. Listen to her, y'all. Got her on, you know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. About to wash her down, gotta cut that turn signal off. Alright, so I took this thing out, washed it up. It ain't perfect, but it's perfect for me, you dig? So, first time this thing done been out in a few years. As a matter of fact, let's see, I think I only had it down the road one time since I've had my YouTube channel as far as like actually having it out on the road. So, I'm happy to see this thing finally rolling. So I'm gonna go ahead and give y'all a little bit of rolling footage the best way I can. Alright, so I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Now when it comes to the bleeding of the brakes, I got the right rear wheel cylinder needs to be replaced because I took off the drums because I was going to bleed each individual corner with the brakes and everything. And so since I had that leak on the back right corner, I just went ahead and bled the front. So I still had brakes. I kept plenty of fluid with me, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't really lose that much fluid anyway because I didn't do too much braking. Lowriders, nice cruising speed, so, and I was cruising in the city and just on nice country roads, so wasn't too much traffic. But for the traffic that I did encounter, woo, so many cameras and everything came out. I just had a good time, met a couple new people, You know, the lowrider brings everybody out. You know what I'm saying? So that's the next thing is to get that wheel cylinder done on the back. And then, I mean, I'm just, going to be tightening up other things on the lowrider. But I had a lot of fun, you know what I mean? And just enjoying myself. So until next time, rain, sleet, hail, snow, or shine, nothing, and no one stops the grind. Not even the haters on the sidelines. I am Mr. Everything, bringing y'all low riders and horsepower. You dig? Till next time, I'm out.